great.
What up? Welcome back to Two Fridays podcast. It's your boy BG with Dolph. And shit, I should have asked you how to say your name.
Vizerant.
How do you pronounce Vizerant? I love it.
Yeah, you can call me Viz. Mm-hmm.
Viz, thank you so much. Because
Thank
I'm older and I'm a stoner, so I forget lots of things.
I'm
So
already agreeing.
Viz is very easy. And
Yes.
who is the gentleman next to you?
I'm Tommy.
This is my husband, Tommy.
Nothing funky. Just Tommy.
Thank you for that. That's I can handle that, Tommy. I can
Yeah.
handle
Kyle,
that. I can,
just so you know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Easy names. I got the hard name.
Yeah, why?
No, this is easy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm
That
good
was the
now.
fun
Viz,
part of-
I can handle.
Yeah, no shit, right? Fuck, man. I'm so happy you guys are here. Like, it's a surprise that your husband's here, and it's an amazing surprise, too. That's so cool.
Hell
Oh, I'm
yeah.
glad to be here. I'm just trimming up some stuff
What?
I cut down a few days ago. So
Oh yeah, check this out.
I've got about that's
Oh
gorilla cookies.
my god!
She is
I
pretty.
think I just fell in love.
So I got a whole.
That's very
bag.
nice. Very nice.
I got quite a bit
Oh.
to get through here, so I've just been working
Damn.
on it.
And what-
You got shit to do while we're talking.
What strain is that?
This is Gorilla Cookies by Fat Buds.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh,
And
Gorilla-
it's an
yeah.
auto
They're my
flower.
favorite.
God dang, dude, that's a massive freaking bud.
Yeah, it came
Good
out really
Lord.
nice.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
mad
good
at
looking
it.
stuff.
It wasn't
That
a
is
huge
crazy.
plant, but it had really big buds. It finished quick, It was like a, it was like
Yeah.
a quick little auto flower. So I
See,
really wanted to
I'm
do
like the opposite. I'm like a huge plant with small bud.
that.
Oh,
So, man, I've had those too. I've had those too.
Oh, goodness.
That's
amazing.
I will tell you guys, and I this is just the way I am. I don't prepare for this shit. I just show up. I've seen you on. I've obviously seen a few of your clips and different things like that, but I absolutely know nothing. And that's just the way I like to do it because I feel like if I research and stuff, then I'm going to start thinking, well, what should I ask about this and this and that?
Yeah.
And I like to just
Kind
kind
of
of
research.
go
It's
about
more
it. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I just show the fuck up like you guys do. You know what I'm saying? So
Just so you guys know,
I
if
like
you've
that
interacted with the podcast, on X, that's me.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't do
nice.
anything. I don't do anything with the podcast.
He doesn't touch the podcast stuff, and that's Bosch Gaming.
So tell
Yeah.
us real quick, like just a quick rundown,
Who he
like
is.
I guess
we're-
as a couple who you are and what your game is, or not game, but you
Sure.
know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, damn.
Sure. Well, you tell them because you started Vizerant, and then
Yeah.
you go first. How's
Yeah,
that?
Perfect. That'll work.
So-
That'll work.
I have been a content creator for a little over a decade, and
Nice.
I'm a cannabis re-educator. So I did my due diligence to find out the truth about cannabis. So I dedicated my life to making content to re-educate the public and new generations about what cannabis really is, how it helps people, and to try to destroy the stigma on it being seen as a narcotic or a hard heavy drug like heroin or cocaine.
Yeah.
And my husband here,
And
he's
otherwise,
amazing.
teach people that we've been lied to for
Yeah.
ever by the people that were telling us it was a terrible plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Craziness.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute craziness.
The worst part is that during the Nixon administration, his scientists actually found out that there was no correlation between death and cannabis, and that they ruled it to be safe, but then were told to make the official report that it was bad and it was dangerous and going to make you violent and make you like do crazy things. And so people believe that, but they knew the whole time that it was actually a very safe substance to consume. And the American people have been lied to, for generations.
And of
That's
course
not
we're
surprising.
getting off the talking about where you're coming from, but that's,
Yeah.
no,
Sorry.
but at the same time,
The
I want
politician
no,
here.
that's me. I enjoy that, and then, but fuck, now I was too high and I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm next.
Yes!
Yeah.
It starts
All
already.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
goddamn it! How am I smoked too long before we started? I was really gonna say something there, and I completely fucking forgot.
See,
I'm already one of the- I'm a
got
blunt
done.
in
So a
already.
little bit about me. Okay. Before I got into
Catch up.
cannabis, I was a professional. I've been a professional wrestler. pro boxer, and a first responder. So I've done a few different things. I'm
No
the
shit.
heavyweight boxing champion of the Chronic Grudge, the first cannabis
So
boxing
don't
league in
piss you off when
Oklahoma.
we meet. Okay, got you.
Yeah, and then I ran.
I'll be very
I taught-
friendly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm actually pretty laid
No,
back. I was the.
I know. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
I know.
Oh,
And then I was the assistant fire chief of the Frontier Shores Fire Protection District.
Thank you
And
for that, man. That's
I
an
was a
amazing job.
professional wrestler. I wrestled in, here in Tulsa too. And I used to.
I love Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah. We're out here in Osage County. We got a homestead about 40 minutes from Tulsa. We're ag exempt, and we are working on getting this permitted for commercial growing. And so
I
that we can
almost
sell.
moved there. Like I literally my company was talking about transferring me there, like
Yep.
3 years ago. Yeah, and it's a great place.
It
I was out
is.
there like I spent a couple weeks out there at least.
I was right outside of Tulsa not a few years ago before I was doing content. I've been doing content now for only 6 years, and I say only 6 years.
Nope.
Fucking 10 years. Congratulations, by the way. That's fucking amazing to
is
stick
crazy.
with it and be cracking. That's awesome.
Yeah,
'cause
she put in a lot of work.
most people fucking don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's big. But anyway, we went out right outside of Tulsa because before I did this, we had a little like 12-acre farm and had some horses, and there was a big ass fucking cattle ranch out there that we went to with these horses and went riding on and stuff. Dude, that shit was crazy cool. Like it was so cool, and I'm no fucking cowboy, but I mean, I rode that fucking horse. I didn't quite have the belly I did, luckily for the horse. But everybody else I was with were like fucking like cattle ranchers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
That's where we're at.
they throw me on
There's
this
real
fucking horse.
cowboys there.
Yeah, they're real cowboys. I'm just posing, dude, for real, straight up. And
Anywhere
of course,
you go.
they know this, but they're like, yeah, let's go for a ride. And I'm like, all right, so we go riding. They take us up this fucking, like, it's not really a mountain, but it's just up this fucking hill. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. You know, the horse trying to gallop a little bit, get up the hill and stuff. I'm like, this is fun. We get up to the top, and the next part is fucking like 3-foot drop off, and then like a little ledge that's the horse has to walk down all the way to the side of this cliff. And they're like, oh, just let the horse go and let it go. So I'm just like, okay. And this thing went down there, but holy shit, my heart.
The horse is smarter than you.
Dude. I was
Way
thumping,
smarter than
dude.
you.
My heart was going, oh, it was crazy. But the horse
We
did
are,
fine, and I
we
didn't
are
die.
in the most rural part of Oklahoma in Osage County, dirt roads. Like we got Starlink internet. My neighbor wall mounted his TV to the tree and splices into the power lines. Like that's how
Hell yeah.
redneck we are.
I love
here.
I like it.
I saw somebody ride their horse to Dollar General and hitch it to the handicap.
That was
spot.
funny.
So
Yes.
to do what we do, you got to be out here in the woods. And so yeah, we are hillbillies.
Well, that's
we
true.
raise animals, and we got rabbits and chickens and pigs and everything else too. So yeah, we're doing that whole
The homestead
life
yeah.
full time out here.
Dude, everybody that comes on here is living my fucking dream, dude. That's what's bullshit. No, I'm not. Before I started content, I had before things went to shit, and you know
Stop pushing out the guest.
Yeah. Fucking damn it. No. Anyway, before I started content and I lived out in the country, and I had probably 50 to 80 chickens at one time, doing eggs, selling eggs, and raising and selling chicks and birds and stuff like that. I was getting ready to do pigs, and I was looking at like rotational grazing and meat birds and so on and so forth. So like that was a big goal of mine at one point in my life, was to try to get to like sustainable farming type of situation.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm working on right now, and it's a journey.
It's an amazing fucking
planted
life
today.
though.
We just planted seeds
Water?
today.
I don't have water.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look, get your aunt branded. Look, show them the water bottle. I put this logo on everything.
There you go. Slap
if
it
I
up.
can put a sticker on it or sell it, I do.
Well, let's hear about that. What is
we've even got I raise the rabbits for their manure because that's my fertilizer for my plants. So really, I'm just
perfect fertilizer.
He's a
Nice.
shit poster.
I'm a little shit poster and Oklahoma turd farmer. That's my official title.
Yeah.
So
explain that on your shirt. You were saying the company name. Well, explain that.
Vizurant Cannabis.
The Cannabis Club.
Cannabis
Nice.
Club. I kind of do streetwear, and I just came up with the design, and so I'm going to make all kinds of designs like this, but that's our official logo that we put on all of our bags, our products, our shirts, everything. We do, we grow flour. I make fertilizer out of the rabbit manure.
Dude,
It adds
rabbit,
some
yeah,
hot
dude.
ingredients, and I
You
sell
have to
that
do
too.
anything to it? Because I've always
And
heard that
then,
you can just straight use rabbit.
right
You
now,
can straight use it.
Okay.
we can't ship flour or anything like that, but we do grow it locally. And the plan is actually to work with Interlink and open a dispensary in Web3 in their virtual space. So that would be the first Web3 dispo. And we're going to be doing another space with them. But the idea is you can go into the metaverse and walk in and shop for our merch, and then we'll do some THC flower I'm raising up that we can legally send out, and all of our other with all our other
We
products.
lost them.
And the plan is for them to be able to walk in, interact, to do everything in the metaverse. And eventually, what I'd like to get to is where they can actually grow virtually through that space. And what they do, they can actually watch the GoPro, watch the GoChant from the metaverse, and like raise their own plant, and then I ship it to them at the end. So, which part of my crazy pitch?
Sorry,
Oh,
my
shit.
child came in for a second, so I was telling him to.
You're fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
No, we were talking about the Vizarant cannabis deal, and you were saying that you
so
couldn't ship it. You weren't able to ship it yet, but you were
Yeah,
talking about
so we're
maybe
gonna do the
opening a
metaverse.
shop or something like that, or metaverse.
Yeah,
What is-
so we're gonna open a VR metaverse dispensary on the blockchain with a company called Interlink. That's what we're talking to them about right now. So you'll be able to virtually walk into our dispensary and shop there just like a regular storefront. And you'll have we have a regular website too. But the
Nice.
cool part is we're going to make a virtual grow room where you can virtually plant a plant, and then I'll grow it alongside in real life. And
Oh
then
no shit! And you can watch
You
it
can
grow
watch
and
it,
shit,
yeah.
and then you
Yeah,
get the
and then
you
at the
get
end
the
I
bud
chop
straight
it.
from the plant.
And send it to you.
That's
So it's
sick,
like you
dude.
raise
That's a
your
good
own.
idea. I like that.
When
It's
you can
really
do that in
not hard.
Louisiana, let me know.
Tamagotchi game.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
sick, bro.
Tamagotchi. Yeah,
Where you
I
can
just
actually
stick a
watch it
GoPro
growing, and
on
then
them.
you. Yeah, dude, I like that. That's sick, bro. That's a good
It's
idea. I
really
like it.
100%.
hard.
Let me know.
Yep.
I'll be the first one.
When you
Okay,
can
we're gonna
fucking
do a
you watch your
space
bud
with
grow from literal seed to
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
harvest, and
Yeah.
then it shows up
Yeah.
at your door. That's sick. I like that
Right.
idea.
I mean,
That's
you can do it
badass.
anywhere. You just need a
You should
GoPro and
you
a
should allow them.
screen.
Make sure you allow them to name the plant. You got to have a
Oh,
space
yeah.
on there where they can name their plant and all that good stuff. You
Yeah,
know?
we'll do some kind of NFT crypto bullshit with it, and
There might
Or
be
maybe
like one.
maybe
it'll
can it
be
be like
fun.
you could, dude? No, I'm not. Now I'm just joking, but you can even make it to where like if they want to fuck the shit up as a joke or something, like if they want to, like they buy their buddy a plant, and then they're watching it. And next thing you know, they pay a little extra money to overwater the motherfucker or something, so it dies. You know what
Like
I'm
you
saying?
could like napalm your buddy's plant,
You can't be mean to the girls.
You're like, hey,
No.
or like if your
I
girlfriend,
know,
but
I'm with you. I
you buy
can't
your
ever hurt
girlfriend.
one of these babies intentionally. I've nuked them by
Fuck.
accident.
I'm
so
just
it's-
saying.
No,
Hold
you
up.
can't even know. Take it back.
Hold up. Nope. Hold up. I'm just
Take
saying.
it back.
Hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically, nothing, motherfucker.
I'm dating a little hottie. Okay. Little
Okay.
hottie,
And she
hottie Muhammad
hurts your
sitting over
plant,
here.
and she's not the one.
And then Valentine's Day comes along. She's like, I love you. And I order a plant. And then before harvest time, she's like, fuck you, I'm out. I want to be able to overwater her fucking plant and kill it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's
All right.
terrible.
All right, my
I
bad.
mean, I would
Silence.
just keep it for myself and smoke it at that point. But yeah,
That's true.
I like
Well, I
the
mean,
idea,
if
and
it
the
had
thing
her
is-
shipped to a dress or something, you know, you gotta.
yeah,
No,
and
I'm
it
joking.
doesn't.
I'm joking.
And like, I grow
I'm
everything out here. They could, for like kids and stuff, you could do pumpkins or squat, whatever the fuck they want to
Oh,
grow.
well,
So my
yeah, true,
educational
dude, yeah.
version, would
Well,
be like
I've
my
already
son
thought
will grow
about that at
tomatoes
some
with
point.
them.
I thought about that at some point, like if I get to a spot, because right now I'm in the city, I got no land or nothing like that. It was just a situation with my kids where I ended up having to move to the city, so I lost the place that I was at with the land. But I've already thought, like, as I'm obviously aging a little bit, you know, we're getting a little gray, you know, a couple gray hairs here and there, you know, nothing major. But I've thought about, like, maybe eventually if stuff hopefully takes off with this stuff, being able to get another little piece of land and doing some more like homesteading type of content, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So anything you guys have with that, I'm game. I'll sign up. I'll watch for it for sure, because I'm all into that kind of content, especially if it includes and it includes weed on top of it. Yeah, I'm all over it, bro. That's
I was watching
that's
growing
a
content
win.
today.
That's a win-win for y'all, man. That's good stuff.
I
Hell
never
yeah.
even thought about it, like, because I was fighting and training and planning to even wrestle this year again. And so like I was running an MMA gym in Tulsa and like doing that full time. I was cornering local MMA fights. Like that was my life, and she was doing all this.
Yeah.
For better or worse, I hurt my back and couldn't wrestle this year. So I said, I'll just start trying to like really grow some weed and get good at it. And that's what kicked this into overdrive. And I got really obsessed with it, and now I'm like, really obsessed. So like I'm just out here
That's what it
growing
takes.
everything.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah.
can't be a lazy grower.
If you're gonna be great at it, you got to be obsessed with it, man.
That's
That's just the
all I
way it is.
do. I work with Fast Buds. Like they've been sending me stuff and
Nice.
swag and seeds.
I've heard of them and seen them around. Yeah.
Yeah, they just won everything at Spanibus, all the autoflower competitions.
Oh no shit!
First and second, yeah.
I'm gonna watch some. I gotta
went
watch some
before with
freaking
it.
clips and stuff and some of the content from there because I've been hearing about it on X and stuff all over the place. But I haven't watched any of the content from Spanibus. There's got to be content out there, and I need to go watch it because that sounds like an amazing event.
I haven't had the chance really, but I've been talking to them, and
I want to check it out.
Yeah, so I take I love photography, so I've just been taking pictures and sending it to them, and so I made some nice prints I'm gonna send over. I got them right here actually. I've been doing photography, and like I'm a scuba diver. I've been doing dive photography with fish and stuff. So like I just started making prints of my plants.
Oh, that's cool.
So these are all Fast Buds plants
yeah.
that I'm chopping up right now. Actually, here, there's so I got like Gorilla Cookie. So I just have a lot of fun with it, and it's just a fun hobby, and so they've been really bringing me along and helping me learn how to do it. I like the auto flowers, so I'm mostly growing their genetics and a few others too. Yeah. Well,
it's funny how we just somehow got another grower on. We just had Beat Growing on a couple episodes ago. I like I said, I know your content, but I more look at the education stuff that you've done and those posts. That's mainly where I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys were growing like that. That's fucking amazing. I love you.
That
guys.
is cool as shit. Yeah.
Oh,
On
yeah.
top of everything else, you've got the trying to teach people, educate people. You've got the farming aspect of it. You got the growing the weed aspect of it, and well, you've got the looks of it, obviously. So you got all the bases covered. It sounds like that's fucking amazing.
Oh, it's been a journey and it's been a lot of hardship, but we've started, we've learned, and I think what's helped the reason we're being able to pop out now is that we've been working behind the scenes doing marketing and logos and merch and all this for other cannabis companies for years. Dispensaries, manufacturers. Yeah, I've done for a living I do like a lot of graphic design and video production, like anyways, for my main
Much
income.
respect for that, bro. That's tough. I learned how to do it doing this, and
yeah, before social media.
I still don't know how.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing Photoshop and Adobe and all of that since before any of these platforms were around. So it's kind of crazy now seeing how easy it is. Like it's nuts.
Bro, I don't know any of that shit. Like I've tried to stumble through it and learn through YouTube and different videos and stuff like that, and I'm like, fuck it. At that point, like, and it sucks because I'll be honest with you, it sucks because every fucking graphics artist I've ever paid, I've just accepted it, and I've never been 100% happy with the turnout of what I've received. Never once have I fucking hired a graphics artist and been 100% happy.
It's really interesting. Yeah, I did. I do all kind like. I've done. I do all kinds of merch and design and look for gyms or bakeries or whatever, trucking companies, anything. I do logos for. So like, I don't really advertise it now, but like, yeah, that's something we've done behind the scenes. We just decided, hey, now's the time to like do it for ourselves, I guess, and get into content creation. I was really hesitant to do social media. She's always been the social media person, so. My account's not nearly as old as hers on here.
Dude, I'll tell you, man, that is not an easy thing to fucking do. Because I do on my side of things on separate from the podcast, I do all my own clips. I do all that stuff. I do all the editing of my own clips. I do all, and then of course just a couple days ago, I don't want to get into it, but I had to deal with some things, and then so it's just constant, and the constant struggle of fucking trying to grow on there is just unbelievable.
Oh,
and I'm learning tons about like in the past 6 months, I have learned more than I ever thought I would learn about talking with people from companies and businesses and working on deals and shit like that. Like it's
working.
amazing. It's fucking amazing, and but it's also fucking can be very, very stressful and
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
mentally hard. It can be very mentally hard sometimes.
it's
But
very
you
difficult.
guys are
That's fair.
you guys are fucking smashing it. You guys are something like I don't even know. I like I said I looked at your page, but you got quite the following. So I was impressed. That's very,
Thank
very
you.
impressive. So congratulations
She's
for that. That's
nuts. I
amazing.
only really started a couple months ago, and so I've been letting it sit. Like I didn't touch it for months, and like really I started posting my grows. I really started with this first grow like I guess towards mid November. And so it's good. It's zooming now, but um, yeah, it's mentally hard. Like because I always let her do her thing and grow organically. I didn't want to be in the limelight of it because I've already got my own stuff. I've done a few movies. I did Seven Cemeteries with Danny Trejo. I did stunts for that. I was in Killers of the Flower Moon. I do the extra work for all the movies around here. I produced a few movies too, and so like
Nice.
I've always done
Oh
my
yeah.
own thing, and now this is the first project we've really done together. And so it's work. It's the most fun I've ever
Nice.
had because we're just in our house filming our lives. We've always been super private, you know.
Right.
Oh, I
But
know that
we're
feeling.
opening up
Oh,
more, and it's been a lot of
Yeah, it
fun.
took
And
me when I first started out and stuff with like because I do a lot of live streaming and stuff, man, and I've dealt with like I always say it, but I've dealt with a lot of anxiety, and so it's taken a long time to get comfortable in front of a camera and like be able to look at a camera like it's your friend, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of
absolutely.
express emotion to a camera just sitting there that's not an actual person or but there's an art form to it for sure, you know what I'm saying, so
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah,
so
but
so what
it's fun.
what like as far as the on the learning side of things and on the X side of things, what are your main is your main focus going to switch over from are you going to constantly be the education or is it going to be the growing company and then the educational side of things or is that all just kind of mixing in together or how's that
Yeah, it's
going
all mixed together. And also my account on X was a political account.
for a
I
while?
was
Okay.
I was actually a part of a few national campaigns with Andrew Yang during his presidential run,
okay.
his mayoral run, and then I got on the social media team for Robert Kennedy for RFK Jr. when
No
when he was
shit.
when he was running. So I was helping them out with that. So I was really happy to make all these connections, and I talked to people like I talked to everybody. Like that's what I pride myself on is being able to have my account kind of being like a open forum for like anyone
Yeah.
to just come and talk and like let's be friends. And it's also good because then while they're there they get to see about cannabis and they get to
Right.
see some of my content about education. So
Yeah, hell yeah. So maybe you can kind of poke some of that in there while you're helping out with that kind of stuff. Is
yeah,
it
I'm like
like did you actually get like when you're on those campaigns and stuff do you get to meet those people or how like I don't know how a campaign works. I'm not
He's a
a political
degenerate.
person really,
oh
you know
yeah.
what
He
I'm
doesn't
saying,
vote. He's
so
a yeah.
if you were working on a campaign with RFK what is it not what is it I'm fucking confused now.
Yeah, RFK Jr.
Yeah, thank you. If
Yeah.
you were working with him did you actually get to meet him and stuff like that or is it like
No.
a okay.
Well, he follows me. Like we follow each other, but we
Right.
haven't met in real life yet.
Okay, I didn't know. See, I don't know how like big like when a campaign goes for a president, I'm sure it's huge, but I
Yeah.
didn't understand
Yeah,
how
you're just a
big the
Okay.
small.
group of
You're just a
people working on it
small little
was and
drop.
shit.
You're
I
a
got you.
small drop in a very big bucket.
Yeah.
Shit, aren't we all? That's all of us.
Right.
Fucking hell. I'm just trying to become I'm obviously became a bigger drop, but I'm talking in the grand scale of things, not my belly.
She's cool though. I'll tell you what. Not many people could say they smoked a blunt with Jim Belushi
Oh
and
yeah,
Dan Aykroyd and hung out in the Ghostbusters
I
movie.
did. I was.
What?
Yep.
What the
Oh, there's
hell?
a story there. Come on.
That's amazing. Yeah, I got to hear about this.
Okay.
How did that
So
come to be?
So I was working with a dispensary out here, Lightheart Farms, and I was doing social media with them. And at one point, I had like 20,000 followers on Instagram, and we were going viral like every day. And I was doing their content, and we were doing so great. And then all of a sudden, I think, what was it, like 2 years ago?
It was when I did the Chronic Grudge because they sponsored me for
Yeah,
that too.
they sponsored him too. But then they told me, surprise, Jim Belushi's coming to our dispensary with everybody, with
shit.
Jan. Yeah,
Right. I have my
That's
fight coming up, and they were sponsoring me too. So we were all trying to do promo for the dispensary.
So he was promoting his cannabis brand. So I think I still have
Yeah,
samples. I still have the packs. Actually, hold on, let me
that
show you.
shit. That's
Let me show you,
crazy.
because he signed it. He signed it. I got his
No
autograph
joke. That's
everywhere.
awesome.
Yeah, they were so cool. So yeah, he was trying to do Belushi's Farms and then their Blues Brother cannabis brand. And this was like right when
Yeah, the
everybody
Blues
was
Brother. I was
opening
watching
Okay.
a
dispo
fucking. I was
license.
watching some documentary or some shit. The Belushi Farms deal. I was
Yeah,
watching. He
this
was
is
talking
it.
about the
Okay.
Blues Brothers brand. I
So
was watching that shit.
look,
Oh, that's fucking cool as shit.
there's your
Hell yeah.
signature. And then I got it right here. Or here, sorry.
That's
Here.
awesome.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
they were
Right here.
cool, man. They hung around like they did a
Hell yeah.
signing, and they hung around and we all got to kind of chill and with the dispo owners and
Nice.
talk, and it was dope.
But I still have not smoked this. I haven't opened it because I refuse
Are
to
you
open it. But
are you ever going to? That's the question. And the thing is with this, the autographs on there.
It's kind of worth
Woo.
something.
so
Yeah,
I
I mean,
have
with the
another story to
autographs, it's
tell
got to
you.
be worth a little something, you know, or who knows?
I have another story to tell you guys. So I after I met him, he I have this, and I said, "Hey, I made a video for to him. I didn't even know if it would get to him." And I said that I don't want to smoke this until I don't want to smoke this until I can smoke it with you. I was
Right.
trying to
Got
do
you.
like an
Yeah, yeah.
invitation, right? And so I didn't hear anything for the longest time, and then he followed me on Instagram, and we've been talking for like years.
That's
oh
awesome.
shit.
Hell
So
yeah.
we're trying to plan a smoke sesh soon. So you may
Oh hell
see me
yeah.
on the
That
next
would be
season of his
amazing.
show.
That would be
Oh
cool.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
I
yeah.
gotta finish watching. I started watching and I haven't finished it. Now that you mentioned, I need to fucking go back and watch, like,
Yeah,
finish
it's
watching
awesome.
that show.
He's really funny.
Oh
His
yeah,
show
the
is
whole
so
show.
fun.
I've watched quite a bit of it. It's
Yeah,
just been a while because things are so damn crazy. You know what I'm saying?
it's nuts
TV's not a
now.
top priority.
It's nuts now. And the cannabis industry, like that was a few years ago when everybody and their brother was trying to open up
Yep.
in Tulsa when the medical market first started. And so all these little dispensaries popped up everywhere. And then they flooded the market. Flour went rock bottom, and there wasn't as much out of state traffic coming in because they didn't approve like the little 30-day licenses in Oklahoma till it was
Right.
till more recently. So you just had flour everywhere, not enough people to buy it. And and then OMA regulation
Oh, that's a
started
killer.
coming in, and
Yeah.
they raised the taxes and everything, and made
Mm.
so a lot of these dispensaries have just kind of closed up
I'm
and
in.
tried to stay in business because a lot of them didn't know how to run a business either.
Right. They just jumped
So
in feet first and didn't know what they were
Bro,
getting
yeah,
do you
into.
know how easy it is to open a fucking dispensary in Tulsa? Like, it literally takes $20,000 in your like for the licensing and all that shit, and then you can have a storefront and fucking do it. I looked into this shit because I was
yeah,
looking
I
at moving
know.
up there. I'm like, fuck, man, it's crazy. It's the Wild West. I told Bosh about this. I'm like, bro, we need to go open a dispensary up there.
Oh
Just
yeah,
fucking.
and if you do it right, you can kick. Like I'm still working on it out here because you can kick the crap out of everybody. I worked with a lot of them and saw what they did
Yeah.
right and what they didn't, and
Right.
so I'm vertically integrating. I'm starting with the farm and building out from there, so that
Right.
I can seed to harvest, farm to table, run everything myself, and I'm
Oh.
familiar with metric and OMA's regulations and all that. And
And
I
Well, and
realized
the
like
good part about that is you can focus on that, and she can focus on the branding and the marketing part of it, and that's key, man. That's fucking key.
but we
Hell
want
yeah.
to do everything, but whatever we can do between the two of us to combine, that's it.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yep.
that's the killer is when you have to bring in
mhm.
other people. So I really let her
Yep.
do all this stuff, and then I'm out here running around watering
So I
plants all
guess
day. And
that makes Dolph like my wife, I think.
yeah,
Ah.
Yeah, Dolph is my wife, and like compared to you two, Dolph would be my wife.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but
you're right.
I'm not wearing no fucking ring though and dancing around, motherfucker. So okay, don't
Oh
get no
man,
goddamn ideas over there. Don't fucking get no ideas. You are wearing a
that's
freaky
funny.
shirt. You got that. You got that.
My shirt alone,
Got that
bro.
Hawaiian shirt on over there, bro.
Bro, I'm digging my fit today. You can kiss my ass.
That's right. So plans, like as far as moving forward, is there anything like, or what is the very next step?
Oh my goodness. So we just got our store up for our like regular merch. So that's clubviz.com. So that was the
Yeah,
goal
and if you
this
have
month.
links, be sure to send them to us. We'll get those
Yeah, we
posted up as
will.
well.
Clubviz.com. And
Oh, yeah.
then so the next step is getting our commercial grow permit out here.
Yep.
So the nice thing is once you've owned your property out here for 5 months, you don't need a surety bond. You just got to pay the licensing
Yeah.
fee. So I'm 4.5 months into that. So right now I'm out here all the time, just working to get this place to where it'll pass all their inspections and requirements when we
Right.
get that license. And so we're doing that, and the plan is to get the license and go live once we hit that 5-year mark, which will be January, this coming January.
When you get the license, how many plants are you
No
able to
limit.
run it?
No limit.
No
That's
limit
my
at all.
commercial.
Like
I can
clones,
grow and
everything, just
sell.
no limit. You can do as much as you want.
Right now, I can grow
Where
for
do you live?
personal.
Can I get your address? I'm gonna come down
Yeah.
and probably
I
move
got a
in
few
for real. I
acres.
mean, do you mind if I just stream from there every once in a while?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Listen,
I'll help
listen.
trim,
I'm
bro.
on the
I'll help trim.
Osage. Yeah, I'm in Osage County. I got a few acres. We're ag exempt. So we're already homesteading. We're raising rabbits, chickens, and pigs, and
That's
then
sick, bro. Hell yeah,
we're
that's so
growing
sick for you
for
guys.
personal consumption. We can do that with our medical licenses, and then this permit will allow us to sell. This is the permit we need to sell
Heck
to
yeah.
dispensaries and other business entities, business to business. So that's the rub. You can do. They don't really give a shit about what you do for yourself out here. I mean, we got 2 medical cards between us that let us grow for personal use. But once you once you want to go commercial, then everything's
Yeah,
got
at
to be
that point,
permitted,
yeah, you got to
inspected,
be
tested.
everything up to code and so on and so forth. Bullshit,
Right. Right. So we're working on that right now. But like
Which
we
it
bought
should be,
land.
because people are
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
ain't no shit. That's how without that stuff, that's how you end up with moldy packs and crazy shit. Getting
People
shit.
Oh, it's
dying off
legit.
of cannabis for no reason.
Then you got the idiots in New York smoking spray packs and shit. So you got to
Oh
watch
my
out for
God,
that
have you
shit.
seen
It's
that
fucking
great
morons, bro.
rap?
Wait.
Stupid
What?
fucks, man. It's
What is
fucking.
going on?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking bad weed. Like they take shitty weed in New York, and it's starting to spread, unfortunately. But they take shitty fucking weed that you couldn't sell to a dispensary or sell as a regular pack, and they literally spray fucking terps on it, and then or flavoring or terps or whatever, and then put it in a fucking pack and sell it at top tier price for weed.
For
Oh,
garbage.
And
boy.
people are buying it, and there's people like talking about, like I've seen clips of people being like, I actually prefer to smoke this stuff and blah blah blah. I'm like, you're fucking dumb as hell. What the hell?
You're a moron.
Yeah, those people are
terrible.
definitely low IQ for sure.
I mean, you might as well be huffing paint thinner. Like, God knows how they make that
God,
shit.
those
Is there
were the
something wrong with
days.
that?
Those were the days. I tell you, huff and
Wait,
paint.
you
thinner.
stopped?
Yeah. Once I hit gasoline, I quit doing that. No, okay. I wish I was joking. I did have gasoline once. I apologize. That was a terrible year of my life. I only did it
terrible
once.
year.
No, hold up. Yeah, I didn't have gasoline for a fucking year. Okay.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it explains how we all got here.
Oh shit! I tried it once. I drooled a little bit, had a headache, and decided it wasn't for me. Okay. That's it.
That's so bad.
I just think it's funny. My actual degree was in education, and I was a middle school teacher. And so at first, when I first graduated, I think it's funny. I used to tell kids not to do drugs, and now I grow weed.
Isn't that crazy, dude? I was the
Weed isn't
fucking
a drug.
kid, dude.
Weed's medicine.
Here we go. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is something Dolph doesn't even fucking know. Whatever. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm from the 80s and 90s growing up. All right. And so like when I hit about say 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there, all I just wanted to try to do is get fucked up. So by like 14 and stuff, I had tried cocaine. I had tried like multiple different things. But throughout that process of growing up, I also did some huffing and different things like that. And I've literally taken like I've literally taken like a cigarette when I was a kid, like just a cigarette I took from my mom or something, and would dip it in like something like say Comet or something, and then smoke it to see if it would fuck me up.
Oh
Oh, it
wow.
would, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'd try
just
to kill yourself.
random chemicals. I'm surprised I didn't die, but I was that's
Bro,
how
for
my
real.
brain worked as a kid. I didn't think I was gonna live that long, and all I wanted to do was get fucked up. So I would just try different things, huffing like I'd try huffing this, huffing that, and as a kid, dude, it was crazy. I was not a very smart kid. Luckily, I didn't
It's making
continue to
sense
do that
now.
into my adult life. Yeah,
It's making
things are starting to
sense.
come together now. Yeah. So, but
It's a weird journey.
surely I'm
I
not the only
was.
one that tried to smoke Comet. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be
Yeah.
somebody else out there.
It's been a weird journey. I was a smart kid. I got
Shit.
like I just think it's funny. Like I never thought I would end up being like a fighter and a grower, you know. And
Right.
here I was an honor school. I was an honor student. Went on a full ride to UT and
No
majored in.
shit, man. That's
Yeah, and
amazing.
I went to graduate school at DePaul for human computer
Bro,
interaction.
we went the opposite route, bro. Because I only went to school till I was 15, and then I was fucking locked up, and I was in and out of jail until I was like 20,
Yeah,
like 20 something, and then I had kids,
yeah.
and that changed everything. You know what I'm saying? So like once I had kids, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still toe the fucking line. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Oh yeah,
that's just my personality. That's just who
right.
I am. I'm always going to toe the fucking line no matter what I'm doing. Uh,
Listen,
but I
I dig
haven't
it.
been arrested or to jail in for since I quit riding
Like
motorcycles.
6-7 days.
Listen,
Yeah, a while.
we're
Yeah,
all naughty. The question is, you know, that nothing's ever happened until it's documented. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
who
true.
knows?
That's true. That's true.
If there isn't, you
No,
know,
welcome back.
Hi, sorry.
we got.
You're good. You're good.
So you're in a house. We all ended up out here. The real origin to this story is we're both parents to special needs children. Our children have autism. One of them is on the high end of the spectrum. The other one is profoundly physically and mentally impaired. So my youngest, he was having seizures every day of his life, and you know, micro seizures every 5 minutes. He would stumble and fall.
Oh
He
my
couldn't walk till he
god,
was
no
2.
way.
Severe autism, and neuromuscular weakness. He's physically the size of a 2-year-old, even though he's 8. So, and he's mentally only 2.
People think he's a baby.
Yep, he's
Oh
diapers,
man.
everything. So we found there was no treatment that our neurologists or pediatricians are. We did every ABA occupational therapist. There's nothing they could do to figure out why he was having these seizures. Why he couldn't, because he would literally, it was like he got hit with a cattle prod like this every 5 minutes and he'd fall over. He was having micro seizures. So it would be like it knocked him out, and then he'd wake back up. Walk him out, he'd wake back up. So he couldn't live.
Jeez.
Yeah, he couldn't function. Well, since they couldn't diagnose, this is medicine for you. This is what radicalized me. Since they couldn't diagnose
Yeah.
the reason of the seizure,
This is where shit gets fucked up right here. Yeah.
y'all know they can't prescribe a medication or
Mhm.
anything, even normal anti-seizure medication. They're like, since we can't determine the cause, we can't write off the prescription because of
Such
the
bullshit.
Right. So they just left my child to suffer. And then I wasn't even really a pot smoker myself at all. I was a straight-laced corporate guy.
Right.
Okay, right? I was from Texas, and I'm from the most conservative family.
This right here
ever.
took you on a
Cops,
U-turn, huh?
teachers, and firefighters. That's my family.
Yeah.
You know,
I grew up with cops, but I was a rebel. I rebelled against my parents. I was anti-cop for a very long time. I'm not now.
and
But
I understand. I have that streak in me too. Trust me, I've
Yep.
done a lot of stuff in Greenwood and Black Wall Street, and you know, and been more of a rebel rouser than to the point that it's pissed off my family sometimes. But my son, though, his whole thing was he's having these seizures, right? There's nothing we can do. I hear about Charlotte's Web and how cannabis has been used to treat seizures.
I watched the documentary on that shit too, way back, like several years ago. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
We make him up a little tincture, and I'm just, for legal purposes, I'm not gonna say what the treatment was or what we did. All I'm gonna say is that when we started researching alternative treatments and tried some, my son's seizures stopped completely.
That was
and he's
fucking amazing, dude.
so we
I got goosebumps. I literally just got goosebumps, bro. Like for real,
immediately
chills it all over.
gone.
That's fucking amazing, bro.
Game over. Never
The
again.
fact in this, it's gonna piss me off. I'm sorry, not at you, obviously. It infuriates me. Like it makes me want to go beat the fuck out of every person in our government. Honestly,
Yes.
that's
Completely
been
gone.
lying to us, that lied to my parents. It was the reason I got my fucking ass whooped as a kid when they found weed and shit. They lied to our parents and brainwashed their fucking asses. And then their parents attempted to brainwash our fucking asses because they were brainwashed and so on and so forth. And now it comes down to the point that it got so fucking bad that you have a child that can't get fucking medicine. Yeah, dude, yeah,
So
that's the type of stuff that makes you want to go march on the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. So
that
as a
type of
parent,
shit.
then what do
Yeah,
you do? You're in
you
Texas.
do what you got to do for your kid, no
That's
matter
right.
what, no
So I
matter fucking
applied
what.
for this program called Tulsa Remote, where they pay you $10,000 to move to Tulsa, and you can put it towards a property. So I fucking applied, got accepted, packed my shit up from Dallas. Goddamn, took that money and bought as much rural land out here as I could. And believe it or not, 10
That's
grand
fucking awesome,
got
man.
me a few acres of
Mm-hmm.
2 acres of ag exempt land on a fucking lake.
Yep.
Nice.
On a native like I'm towing the line. I'm within the native reservation, but my land isn't zoned as native land, so I can still have all my ag permits and I can grow. It was like I'm 0.25 miles from
Took a perfect place.
tribal land, or I would have
Yeah,
been
that's cool.
fucked. Right? Y'all know how this shit is, and so.
Mhm.
That 10 grand got me the land and the down payment to put a manufactured home out here, a aerobic septic system, every fucking thing we need. And so I camped out here. I cleared it with a chainsaw until I could bring the house in and build the pad, and I'd fucking built the
Sick.
whole goddamn place
You did.
in
That's
8
awesome,
months.
man. That's
And
fucking
Yeah,
amazing, dude.
that's crazy.
fucking poured gravel for a driveway and built a barbed wire fence. Like I got the
That's
pictures,
sick, dude.
and so now, what, 4.5 years later, I have Starlink. You know, I can fucking stream Call of Duty out here on this goddamn house,
So
and
you have Starlink. It's fast enough. Like you can actually play Call of Duty and it's
bro,
good. Like you don't have any issues.
it's
I've
400
been
megabytes per second on a good day. It's
nice.
250 megabytes per second in a tornado windstorm.
Yeah, it was still going.
I can get a connection when I take the dish and move it in my house in bad weather and beam it through the kitchen window. It still connects faster.
That's amazing for out in the middle of nowhere, because I was
broadband here. Okay,
where my land was, I was barely outside of the city limits so I was out in the county, and the best I could get was 25 megabytes.
Yep,
that
me
was
too.
it. You couldn't
That
even
was
watch
it.
Netflix with
That
that
was it.
shit.
Yeah,
It
that
fucking
was my
buffered all the
life
fucking
for the
time.
last 3 years.
Dude, that's
until
infuriating.
Elon saved us with
Yes,
Starlink.
Well, I've been wondering about that, and that's curious to me because I'm always a big dreamer. Like I'm like one of these days. It's always one of these days, but eventually, I hate saying one of these fucking days. Eventually, as we grow and stuff, I would love to be able to do some sort of traveling, like with camp. I love camping and fishing and all that stuff. I just haven't been able to do it in forever because of my situation. And I would love to get back to it. I had a lake property, or I didn't. My grandpa had lake property I don't know if you've heard of Lake of the Ozarks, but it's the biggest.
Oh yeah,
it's the most major lake in Missouri and one of the most major lakes in the United States. And we had property down there that was just a camping property, so we'd camp down there, fish, do all that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I really, really want to get back to that at some point. But so I was always wondering about getting a camper and using, like, now that Starlink's out, being able to get Starlink, because there's no signal down there. You can't get fucking signal down there at all. So I would love to be able to go. Yeah, I would love to be able to go down there and start doing like fishing content, fucking different, being able to do that kind of shit.
Down.
And Starlink would allow, if Starlink would allow that, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, come down, my buddy. I'm not. So it's funny. My son's
it's not like Tulsa's a long way
fishing.
away, huh? I guess I didn't think about that. Shit, you guys
I'm
are only fucking what? Like, I don't even know what it is. I mean, I'm in Kansas City. I guess I don't know if I told you that.
It ain't shit. It's all
I'm in
highway.
Kansas City, so shit. That we drove straight through. I don't remember how long it did. Yeah, all highway getting down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, it ain't nothing. I'm on Keystone, okay? And so my buddy's coming out. We're gonna do fishing content this weekend because my son's
No
obsessed with
shit.
it. I know nothing. But my buddy, I'm teaching him to grow and he's teaching us to fish because he's like big time. He's got a boat, you know, he knows his
Right.
shit. So we're on Keystone. We got our own like private boat ramp out here and everything.
I'll have to check it out and Google it because I obviously don't know the lakes down there or nothing. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying? So I'll have to check
either,
it out. That's cool.
but there's nobody else here but little old us. So it's like we
That's
can do whatever
awesome,
we
man.
want. Yeah, man. Come
And
on, you come
how
down.
much land are you guys sitting on now? Like
We have,
you said,
I
couple acres
mean,
or
it's debatable because I had to damn survey it myself because it's dirt roads and no one could come survey it. So I came out here with a
oh, I got
GPS
you.
and coordinated it. And so like officially it's like on 2.5, like 2 acres. And then, but like my driveway's on a whole nother fucking area, another lot. Like that's another like half acre here. And like, so
That's
like
cool.
everything, because of how we had to build it out, I have to do like easements. But here's the thing, this land is undeveloped and like no, it's all owned by different trusts and nobody knows who the fuck they are and no one's claimed it in like 100 years and shit. It's like really, you know what I mean? So
So
like
at
I
some
pay like
point,
the
couldn't that
back
just
taxes
there
on the
should be some
lots.
at some point you should just be able to be like, look, you guys don't want to tend to this shit. You don't want to take care of this
Right.
land. I'll take care of it. I'll keep it up. I'll maintain it. Just let me have the motherfucker.
That's what
In all
I'm doing.
honesty,
Nobody
you
else
could
wants
And
probably.
this
so
shit. You know
like
what I'm saying?
that backs into like my yard. So all that bubble I care for now for the last 3 years, that's like 25, 30. And it's
Right.
goddamn, you know, it's just forested, and it's like a whole block of a subdivision, and then I have like dirt roads. But so my deal is, I tell anybody, whatever you come out and do for me, I like give you some awesome stuff in return. Like that's how I
Right.
barter, you know, like.
Well,
So
I heard
I'm like,
Dolph over there gives a little good, No, I'm joking. Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
no,
I what
I'm
kind of
just like,
favors
I
we were
have a
talking
dude,
about
like, I'm
here,
like, hey, I fixed my fence, bro. You know, like that's
I got you. Those kind of chores, I don't know. You
yeah,
never
like
know.
No
There's
way.
a lot of freaky people in the world around here. You never know what.
no. I don't. No, I'm just like, I got a bad back. You know, like I can't fucking do stupid shit. Like, hey, like, cause like
There's a joke in there somewhere,
I
but I'm gonna
dropped
leave it
so
alone.
many trays on my damn head clearing this
Oh my
thing.
god, that was terrible.
She told
What
me
did you
like
do to your back, man? What happened to the
I
back?
was doing a leg drop in a pro wrestling match, and I fucking landed wrong and fucked it up. So much shit. I boxed, and I got a lot of CTE just from sparring and fighting with dudes. Cause like all my fighters for the Golden Gloves or for what was the one I did here called? It's not. It's on Fight Pass. XFN. I cornered all the XFN fights at the River Spirit here in Tulsa for my boys, and like I would spar with them every day for like 8 weeks, 12 weeks leading up to that fight, and then by the time we're ringside, you know, I've been through 100 fights for
Terrific.
a guy who's going in there for like 90 seconds, like. And like the dude kicked a guy in the last one I cornered him, he kicked him in the head and fucking dropped him. And like 2 days before, he kicked me in the head with that same thing when I was holding pads like 3 times that practice. So I'm so fucked up from just, you know, getting banged around in the gym for so
Right.
many years.
I got banged in the head a lot, but it was more just me doing stupid. It was just me doing stupid shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I did a single
I got in
seven
fights, but
cemetery
I've
where
never
I
been.
jumped
I've
out of
never
a
been a
car.
trained fighter. I'm more of a drunk fighter. So I
yeah.
I rode motorcycles for a long time and gotten a lot of bar brawls and stuff. But other than that, I haven't. I've had my ass whooped. I've whooped a little bit of ass, and then it just kind of a. But I've never trained or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Is that a fucking pumpkin?
That's from Special K Glass. They made that for her. There's a whole damn video.
It looks like a pumpkin, like with a really long stem or something. It is okay.
She requested it.
That's
She
sick.
requested it. It's her special pumpkin bomb for Halloween.
Oh, that thing is
so
badass.
They made that.
They made that specifically for you. That's fucking
there's
badass.
a whole video on it. They did a space. They're our main sponsor. If you can tag them, Special K Glass. We got like 4 or 5 of these things.
You may have to remind us because we get really fucking stoned. So when you send links,
me too. I'll send it. I'll send you the list. I got the list. You know,
I forgot.
You got to save it in your
notes.
notes. This is some game. Save it in your notes on your iPhone. all your hashtags and sponsors, so you can just be stupid and paste them in there. Anything
Oh
I
yeah,
fuck up,
right. Yeah, like a
right, for
Word doc or
giveaways,
something.
all
Yep.
that, just save your address. I'm stupid and
Copy
fuck
and
it up.
paste all that
So
shit. Yeah.
yeah, I did that, man. I got a huge thing from Fast Buds. I accidentally fat
Oh,
fingered
that's
the zip
sick.
code.
That's
It's
the
in
bomb,
fucking
huh? That's one of the bombs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been wanting to try that motherfucker. I've been wanting to try one of those. Dude, they're pricey. Them motherfuckers
Okay,
are.
we got
That
to
little
do.
motherfucker's expensive. That little
This is
motherfucker's
my
like.
favorite thing. This is my flow box from Pinchy Frankie. I do all my trimming on
Does
this
that got a
guy.
sifter on it? Like where it
Yeah,
sifts and
it's got
everything
this
as you're going?
sifter.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and then the super awesome part, it's got a you open it up,
There you go.
and then there's all your keef and everything right
Good
there.
Lord, I need some of that, bro.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness.
Huh? Oh my
Woo,
God. What
Oh
the heck?
yeah.
touches my heart.
I need that bomb too. Those motherfuckers look cool.
We're coming over. We'll
Oh
meet you.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we're definitely
We
visiting
don't
now.
leave,
Only
Hell,
six
man.
and a
We
half hours
stay
away.
strapped down out
yeah.
here.
Wait, I'm
I
probably
don't.
about
I
to say,
do.
I'll meet you there.
We don't ever
That
leave
thing's
except
sick.
if I gotta travel. That's it.
So is that a bubbler on top of the bomb? I know they
Yeah,
don't normally have that on there. That's an
it's the
extra. Oh,
sweetheart
so
bubbler.
it's like a harp or something with the
Yeah,
heart
it's
or
a heart
something.
harp.
That's sick. Fuck yeah, dude. I've been looking at them, but them motherfuckers are. I mean, people are just ripping them, and they're getting clouds like crazy off of them. But they look at them, and I think they're a couple $100 or better.
Oh
They're
yeah.
pretty good. They're good, but I
They
haven't
they
been able to.
sponsor me, so they send me those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
these are
sick.
all the shit people send. We can't afford none of this shit. This is just what they send
Oh, I'm the
us.
same way. That's like I got, I got stuff sitting around. Like I have it turned. Well, here, I'll just show you. Look,
Where are my pinchers?
see, that's all that stuff I get. Fucking,
My
I
clippers.
get a little bit of stuff here and there, but I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I have yet to try a top tier like e-rig. You know what I'm saying? I have like
I'm
I have a
waiting for
really
mine.
I have a really cool pin I can take with me. I don't want to say anything like brand wise because I don't know if it'll mess with you guys, but oh yeah, Pulsar's
Oh, I
gangster.
don't give a shit.
I've been wanting to see this. I've been wanting to try the Sipper too. We have a girl named Ann that I don't know if you follow. What is it, Ann? Oh, damn it! I always just refer to her as Ann. But what's the full name of Ann
I
on?
don't know.
Anyway,
Oh, I don't
she
know.
has
She'll find herself on here
it's like
later.
Ann the Stoner Babe or something like that. And then she
He was
has
a fucking guest.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm stoned all the time. What do you want from me? I fucking smoke from sun up to sundown. Yeah,
I
those
know,
things are
right?
gangster. I want one of those sippers. I think that thing's cool. Like I want to be able to drink my fucking weed smoke.
That is pretty dope.
I would rip a fucking dab right now, but I will cough like crazy because my lungs are shot. So that's why I'm just fucking chilling.
Oh, I'm fucking
No.
2 grams of blunt in and I'm a bowl now. I'm ready to get another one. Whew,
Right. So what
pretty
are your
toasty.
plans on? I know. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm wait till she starts coughing to ask her a
Sorry.
question.
Oh no!
You're
Listen,
dying
I
now. You're
gasped.
dying now. Let me ask you a question.
Finally talking to her.
Yeah,
So-
I'll be quiet.
No. Bro, you are
I
awesome.
was
I
just
love
getting ready to say, do you have plans on the educational side of things as far as furthering that along with the growing and everything?
Yeah, like I really want to get people to really start doing their research, and because
Right.
it's if we have too many people who, like, as soon as an authority figure says, "Oh, it's, cannabis is bad," or you're or trying to
It's definitely
perpetuate
bad.
that it's bad, or that people are junkies who use it,
Man,
you
shit's
know
fucked.
that they just believe that they don't go and research for themselves. They don't go see for themselves the new updated information, and if they were to do that, they would see that this is really, like, it's the biggest thing that isn't a big deal. I guess that's the
Right?
best way I could put it. it's
Yeah.
it's a miracle
Well, it
plant,
shouldn't
but
be
it
a
doesn't
big
hurt.
deal. Like it
Yeah,
should. It should be a big deal, but in the opposite direction. That's
yeah,
the way
it's
I
the
feel
best
about
big
it. You
deal.
know what I'm saying? Like it should be the biggest deal because of all the different things that's been proven that it can help. I
Yeah.
like we've just proven right here on the show today with you guys talking about your children and stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Hmm.
I mean, it's a fucking crime. It's what it is, and everybody that, of course, this was years and years ago, but anybody that's been involved in the jailing and taking of people's lives because it's specifically just this plant should have their fucking lives ripped out from under them and be locked up themselves. because
Yeah, and this is,
they've been taking people's lives for how many years now over a plant that should have never been fucking illegal in the first fucking place.
He
Oh
ain't
yeah.
wrong.
I
He
mean, the thing
ain't
is,
wrong, damn it. He ain't wrong.
I'm sorry, I'm getting feisty over
Preaching.
here.
You preaching.
Sorry, I hope this. Oh wait, I got to get a dab ready. I'm sorry, I'm not even.
so, but that's also why I got into politics, is because I wanted to be in a position to make a difference. I wanted to go and be able to vote and also share that information in
Right.
Congress, so we can say, when if there's ever a bill that comes up and says, let's legalize cannabis federally, or something like that, I want to be in the room so I can vote yes. And then if anyone else there is like, well, I say no, and then they're telling me why or whatever, I could have that opportunity to really like try to make some change on the inside. And
Right.
that's my
No, that
hope.
makes sense, and I think that's why most people end up getting into politics is because they realize something's wrong, so I think, of course, I get on this, and I'm not a real I'm not a real political person, but I'm also
Mhm.
a person that believes that most people that get into politics originally are good people. I
Mhm.
think that as they go up the ladder corrupts them, and then they become what they are once you get too high up.
That's why we need term
And
limits,
so
bro.
that's yeah,
Yes, term limits.
but I do get
Fuck yeah.
but I get the urge to be like, let's get into this, because that's really, if you're not into politics, you can't really make any real change,
Yeah.
because those are the lawmakers and the people that are making the rules that we are supposed to fucking follow. I say supposed to because fuck rules. I do what I want.
Fuck that. We ain't here because none of us are here because we follow fucking rules.
Hell yeah, I ain't followed. My whole life has been fucked up because I don't follow fucking rules.
Yeah, we're
That's why
not
my
known
life's
in
been
the.
half as hard as it'd probably been half as hard if I would have just followed some fucking rules.
Yeah, I know, man. Oh, I'm tired of learning shit the hard way, but I'm probably going to keep doing it.
Yeah. So
How
that's
I do it, man. I just kind of tend to do shit and ask for forgiveness.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you do.
I'm the same way. I don't, like I said, I don't plan for any of these shows. I just show up and we go with it. And I
Don't
like I
worry,
said,
boss. Just
I do it.
shows.
Oh, this is better. Oh,
Yeah.
look at
Well, at
Trey.
least I'm
This is
upfront
so much
about it.
better.
At least I'm upfront about it. Them shades are killer. Remember them
Thank
shades?
you.
Oh man, you gotta have them for the damn ring light, you know.
Right. That's one thing I hate about not being able to see is I've never been able to wear sunglasses, and I've tried contacts. I couldn't get used to them. So
Y'all know what sucks? I do all this design and I'm colorblind as shit. I
no
can't
That's
tell
shit.
funny.
red from green to save my ass. Oh, it fucking sucks. Mm-hmm.
So she has to check everything and make sure the colors are actually what you want them, or how does that work?
Oh yeah, so funny story. One day,
Excuse
he
me.
is at work and he's doing a project, and he sends me this picture, and it's supposed to be, it's cows in a field, and he sends me a full color, and he goes, "Hey, can you just check it to make sure my colors are right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And then he goes, "Well, how, what do you think?" And I go, "Are they supposed to be space cows?" And he goes, "Space cows." Yeah. And he's like, "What do you mean?"
Shit. Like you
And I'm
trying to make like a mushroom cow, or what? What kind of cow you making over here?
Regular fucking cow.
so
Normal ass
he
milk carton fucking cow,
he
man.
mistakes
Nope.
tan for green.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the green tan type of thing. So
Interesting.
Oh, a
anything that's
leprechaun.
like light brown, or dark green, or that medium green, that those kind of like muddle together for him.
Right.
So I was like, "Yeah, you just made space cows," and he's
So
like,
wait a minute.
"No,
So
how
when you look at
bizarre!"
weed, what color is weed to you then?
Oh yeah, right.
Everything looks fucking normal to me, so I
What's
don't
normal
know.
to you? Is it
Well,
black
yeah,
and
I
white?
guess
Normal.
you've never seen it any other fucking way,
How the
huh?
fuck would I know? Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like having a permanent
Hey,
Instagram filter you
You
can't
ain't
take
wrong.
off.
I guess you ain't fucking wrong. Yeah, it
Green
just
is
looks like
green.
what it looks like to you,
It
huh?
just looks like what it fucking looks
motherfucker,
like.
it looks
So, like,
green to
if
me,
you see
bitch.
my designs and they look
Shit.
weird to you
Yeah.
or different, that's why. Like, I've
That's
always
funny.
done
Oh my
shirts and
god.
streetwear and all kinds of shit like that. Like, that's what I do. So,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
it's just always been its own thing. And then she's a badass. She does tattoos like professionally. She's
Oh,
done most
nice.
of
No
these.
shit.
Yeah, that's her, man.
God, I need to get
That's
another one so bad,
that's
dude.
Oh yeah, I
my
need to see
killer
her
Look, I
done.
bees from
got look.
kickboxing. That's all her, man.
I got both
She
my
gets it
kids.
done.
I got both my kids tattooed on my arms. The problem is I
Oh,
have 3
nice.
kids.
Oh,
The problem is,
Oh no, you need a
I got to
third
get my.
arm.
At some point, I got to get my other daughter's name right here on my arm. So We may have to schedule appointments. The problem is I haven't got a tattoo in years and years and years because I've kind of just, not that I've outgrown it. I just haven't had, it hasn't been a top priority.
Yeah.
And now my youngest daughter's 7 now. So, and she's like, well, I want you to get my name. And I'm like, I'm really just not into tattoos. So but I'm going to have to. I mean, I'm just going to have to do it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
have to for the
You can't be a
kid.
dickhead like that.
I know.
Baby girl.
I'm not even into really getting tattoos anymore, but I'm going to have to.
Doesn't matter.
Do it.
It's not for you. It's
Me
for her.
neither.
I'm going to do it on my forehead. Fuck it.
It had its run. I'm like,
Your
they're
job.
there. I like them, but it's like, it's memories for me now. I don't really look forward to it. But like, there's some she has to. I'm her meat dummy, so whatever she wants to do for her practice, you know, like I got the ones from when she was learning, guys. I got the shitty anchor on my ankle.
Is there any tattoo that you've given him somewhere maybe he can't see that you said was one thing that's another?
No.
Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Where you're like, I haven't done it dirty like that.
I'm putting this
No,
on. I'm putting this down here, back here. No.
I'll tell you what I do.
Don't let her give you a tattoo when you piss her off.
Half-finished tattoos, like half-finished sketches. Like think like a shitty sketchbook. Like oh, I got an idea here. Get out.
Yeah, you gotta learn somehow. You gotta learn somehow.
Learn. So like,
how painful was the first tattoo? Like, were you heavy-handed at first, or how was that?
It was
heavy-handed on my first time. You know, y'all got to hear this. Listen. Okay, here we go. So this is a memory. We were in San Antonio, Texas, on the south side, and she was learning and apprenticing. She was apprenticing in a shop owned by the fucking Banditos and learning from a guy out of her house.
Nice.
We were in the barrio. All right. Yeah, y'all already know it was a bike shop. And so she was apprenticing with a guy who was like probably fucking homeless. We know he's homeless and kicked out of the clubs. All right. So we're at a guy's house and he's like gonna show her how to do it. And I'm there too because I'm not letting her go to some dude in the South Side's house alone. And so she goes, all right. He's like, all right, man, have him lay down there, and you just tattoo on him, pick something, and just stick it on him, and just learn as you go, man. You know. And so
what
like
the hell?
fucking Hector here.
It was just like, go for it.
So she's like, oh my god, okay, I know, I'll do an anchor on his ankle.
Gangster.
And I'm
like, fuck it, let's do it.
And I was like, okay. And I'm like, that's the worst thing in the worst place ever.
Yeah.
And so she bangs this fucker out, and I'm like held down on this like shitty ass wobbly table, like it's a field hospital in the Civil War.
So funny.
And she's like, ah. And I'm like,
if you're there, we can't see you anymore. We lost you again.
Anyway, I still have it. So there it is.
Yep.
Hello.
Even Mo faded. Hello, we got you now. Hell yeah. Welcome back.
We're back.
Oh my god. I'm about to die because I have no lungs right now. I have fucking asthma. I smoked cigarettes for way too fucking long, unfortunately. And then I caught whatever was, I don't know if it was COVID or whatever, but then that kind of messed me up. And then my lungs have been kind of trash. I developed some kind of fucking asthma and it fucking sucks.
Oh no.
I'm fucked. I can barely breathe.
I'm still going to smoke weed.
Yeah, I need that for all the other pain so I'm not on opioids.
Absolutely.
And I got to pick your poison, so.
Yep, true that. Well, I'm the same way. This keeps me fucking mellow and not freaking out and shit. So my lungs just have to suffer a little bit. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
And edibles just don't do it for me. So
no, I hate edibles. I
hate them. I hate some of them when they fucking take me on a ride I wasn't expecting. When they're more powerful than I thought they were. And next thing you know, I'm shaking in bed like a fucking kid on fucking.
That's it.
2 days.
Like a kid having hypothermia or something, dude. Yeah. It lowers my body temperature, like somehow, and I feel like I literally go into like a hypothermic type of state sometimes with high dose edibles.
It's the weed chills.
Yeah,
I get so cold. I was laying in bed last one. They got me like that. I was shaking so hard. I tried to get up and walk, and I was like, couldn't walk because my legs were shaking and shit. It's terrible. It was so bad.
I go to work like that.
I had fucking jacket on. I was in bed with a stocking cap on with my blankets wrapped around me, dude, just laying there. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to sleep. I'm fucking freezing. I knew what was going on. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't freaking out or nothing. But I literally could not
You're just
walk
hoping.
because I had the shake so bad from shivering or whatever. I could not walk because of it. It was crazy. I researched it because I didn't know what the fuck was happening to me the first time it happened. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And so I researched it and found that I guess high dose or, you know, sometimes high doses of THC can lower your core body temperature.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at one point. So
The shower.
yeah, it's true. Getting warm. So the problem is I fucking shake it so bad. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking
I mean,
turn on
it'll
the
probably kill
fucking
that
water and
smell.
stuff, man. What the fuck? What you trying to say? I showered right before I got here. Oh, I forgot to shave though. I think I missed a spot.
We have a child afoot.
Looks like he missed a spot too. Man, we're ready. We've been here an hour anyway, man. We can wrap this thing up and we're good, man. Let you guys go deal with what you got to do. I know you guys are busy people too, so
we appreciate y'all coming on.
An hour's perfect. We're good, brother. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it again.
This is all it is,
I'm
just a fucking hangout sesh, bro.
This is my favorite thing, and it's gonna go. This is gonna go so hard. This is the format. This is the way to do it. This is all I want to do, man. I just want to hang out and vibe.
We're just vibing out. I saw a bubble. Yeah. I don't know what it was. That was impressive.
It was like this.
That was cool. It was a thumbs up bubble.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That was amazing. But yeah, guys, I want to say yes. I'm so glad you made it back. I think we're gonna call it and let you guys go live your life and take care of your kiddos instead of sitting here talking to us weirdos on the internet.
We enjoy it. That's why we live.
Thank you for having us on.
Anytime for real. We'd love to have you back on and you know down the road a little bit and see where you've gone and seriously do some catching up. And of course we'll be seeing each other on X and whatnot as well. So it is nothing but love. And thank you so much for taking the time. I know obviously you guys are fucking busy and you live a busy life. So
a little bit, but it's okay. We always got time for our friends. Just quick
thank
shout
you so
out
much
to the folks who make it possible for us, Fast Buds.
Yes, sir.
Our website, clubviz.com, and Special K Glass. Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We will and drop the follows. Vizarant, drop the follows. Drop the follows. Thank you guys so much and nothing but love from